SFH, Still Fucking Here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you are a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm...
Alright, what's up, Mitch? Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Relentless Racing League. Got the Miller Motorsports Xfinity Series race number 2 of the season here tonight at Chicagoland. 150 laps? Hold on, guys, give me a second. No, 130 laps of racing here tonight. It's Matt's birthday. Happy birthday, Matt. For the Matt's birthday 195. Stage break at lap 35. Fuel window, I believe, is going to be around that 35 lap mark. Should be interesting to see what people do in this beginning stage. We've seen the DBR guys, they tend to fall back if they know they can't make it on fuel. So it should be interesting what people end up doing here. Seconds of practice left. Get ready for qualifying. For some odd reason, I had to register as a driver, which was really weird because it will not let me spectate. So if anyone has had that issue in the past and you know how to fix it, let me know. Stop it. We do got a pretty full field here tonight. 39 drivers. A couple of them are admin. Give me a quick second. I'll let you know. One. I saw Tony in here. It's 2. I think only 2 admins registered for this race. So we'll have 37, possibly 37 Xfinity drivers here tonight. We'll get qualifying underway. Gary Sack, once again, just a reminder, winning last week at Daytona, locking themselves into the playoffs in that first race and that thrilling finish at the end. Let's go on board with some drivers here. Let's go on board. On board with our Xfinity sponsor, or at least ride around with him. Then number 14. Matt Forrest, I think turning about 50. I think it's big 5-0 for him, somewhere around that. He's getting old and grouchy. Oh, I was giving you a hard time and I was close. That's crazy. Give him the nickname Matt the Grouch Forns. He's going on YouTube chat. Anything? No, not yet. I'll find. It's a Grouch with a Muppet. You can run the Grouch Rod Club, Matt. Currently, Sam Gordon just grabbed that pole away from Brian Marshall. As Marshall grabs it right on back, and here comes Sam Gordon out of turn number 4. Or turn number 2, never mind. What did you end up cooking for your birthday? I don't know about you, but a good old seafood dinner always does me good. Whoa! Gordon hitting the bumps in 3 and 4. Getting a little loose. Wiggins goes pole. Collier P2. Here comes Gordon for his second lap. Sam Gordon will not... Oh, he does better his time by half a tenth as Peters goes pole. Oh my gosh. Greg. Oh. William Peters currently on that pole position. Still got some guys out there. Justin May still out there qualifying. You know what? You and your King Salmon. Whoa, look at that rear brake bias. Locking up the rear. That was interesting. I wish I could get some fresh caught King Salmon. No. I don't get that over here. I get Atlantic salmon. Alright, still got a minute left. Van Weston goes 4th quickest. Kevin Biggs out there on track. Nope, Kevin Biggs is done. Yeah, it is. Someone told me, like, I don't get it. Why don't you like Atlantic but you like King? And I told him because it's where they're at. That I'm not a big fan of Atlantic seafood. I mean, Atlantic, any crab out of the Atlantic, not a huge fan of. I'll eat lobster. That's probably about the only Atlantic seafood I'll eat. It's that warmer water the Atlantic is year round. It just makes the seafood taste way different. I don't think... Mitch, I will put you in timeout. Keep rubbing that in. See how fast you get put in timeout. All right, so Brendan Banks put down his first lap of the qualifying. First lap will be slow. He's not even in the top 20. 28th fastest there for the first lap for Banks. Second lap for Banks is going to be 6th quickest. Still got Hughes out there, and for some reason Hughes' car is still showing up all black. Alrighty, so Kevin Stein will win his first pole of the season. As we go over our official starting lineup here tonight. So kicking off in that pole position, getting a bonus point here tonight. Kevin Stein, outside him, be William Peters, and outside pole. Row number 2, Chad Wiggins, Ethan Collier. Row number 3, Brady Price, Brandon Banks, Tom Golker, and Josh Van Weston. Row number 4, Justin Crottas and Justin Miller. You got the Justin row. Row number 10, Joseph Nalbeck. Last week's winner, Gary Sack, second tech, row number 6. Going on to row number 7, you got Brian Marshall and Philip, the row course Ranger Brown. Justin May, Sam Gordon, row 8. Row 9, Danny Rogers, Joshua Short. Brandon No Money Hughes and Gordon Spain. Row 10, Nathan Penley and Daniel White. Row 11. Going on row number 12, you have Joshua Claddebuck and Andrew Gueda. Row number 13, Kevin Biggs and Tyler Berry. Michael Newbraw and David Farnan. Row 14. Row 15, Tyler Forsh and Bill Kinder. Sean Pointer, Eric Schaefer. Row number 16. Row number 17 is not existent because Matt's going to drop the rear and I am not racing. You got the Dozer, Jeff Medlin and Davey Hendricks. Both those guys are not racing, so that was non-existent. Row number 19, Darren Cannon, Paul Chestnut, Tony Frey, and Alan Grindle. Row number 20. And in that final row, row number 21, Mark Chevrolet and Paul Hutch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who are not Xfinity drivers in this race. That means we have a solid turnout of 37 full-time Xfinity drivers here tonight for Chicagoland. Matt, look, they showed up for your birthday. 42, I swear, if it is inappropriate, you are going to be banned for the night. That was code red. Gosh dang it. I'm about to put you in timeout, don't I? Oh. I thought you wanted me to see it because you wanted to rub that nasty Mountain Dew code red in my face. Can he run his Arizona T again? Because at least that won't look good. Oh, he's trying to make him Arizona T team. No, the 3's right here. He just didn't qualify. Let me check YouTube real quick. Nope, YouTube's so quiet. We do got 9 concurrent viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know if I can do that this early, Justin. I mean, it's hard to go against DVR, but then you got the new guys coming up. Rogers, Brown, our pole sitter, Stein. This early is so hard. I'm going to go with a sure pick. I'm going to say one of the DVR guys just because they've been fast. Maybe even Easton qualify well. Green flag out in the air. Stein, you'll leave the green here for the Matt's birthday, 195. Oh, we're already wrecking in the back with Kevin Biggs involved. I'm not sure what happened to Brady. Oh, Brady blinked out big time. And here's Kevin. Oh, and the 97 collected as well. The huge checkup up front. Oh. So many cards on. I'm not even going to load them in. This happened up here. There's a big stack up on the initial green. That actually happened. What? I can't see the number on my card. Oh, there it is. Joshua Short. This is where the stack up started. I see the stack up started right there. And the 97 just, I think he got ran into. He did. 72 of Farnan. Just didn't see the checkup going on. Got in the back of 97. He gets into the 18 of Kevin Biggs. Newbrow involves as well. 99 slamming on the brake. 35 barely making it through. Just kidding. Thanks, babe. Early wreck here early on, and if you were playing the fuel strategy, I kind of put the damper in it as a 46 or pull sitter. He had some damage as well. Oh, he got ran into by Chad. Oh, Stein checked up as soon as he saw a caution, and Chad just ran into him. 35 looks nice. Yahoo! Oh, it's Yoo-hoo, not Yahoo. Yahoo's an old search engine. When the circus come to town? When you stop being an admin of the series? Well, on our first caution tonight, we'll gosh, here we go. I will say this: had a fun weekend at Rockingham. The Xfinity cars there in real life put on a pretty good show. A little too many cautions, but it was still a blast to watch. Definitely a lot funner than the last 3 Cup races I've been to. So, CF counters. I have feet picks. Asking for a friend. Alright, so I'm going to rack them up and try it again here. Try to get the race started on a good note this time. No, you will not. You'll find the door. Alright, so let's rack it up and try it again. Here for the Matt's birthday 195 here at Chicagoland. Pace going to die down pit lane. Kevin Stein and William Peters lean back to green here. Green flag back out in the air. Matt, shut up. I will wreck you Wednesday. Kevin Stein off to a good start. Leaves William Peters and Chad Wiggins back there side by side. They're 2 wide, about 5, 6, 7 rows deep. As William Peters trying to get the little advantage off that high line going down the backstretch. He will move William Peters into P2. Ethan Collier, Brady Price duking it out for 4th behind him. Just behind them, you have Van Westen clearing the 54 of Banks, and Price able to clear Ethan Collier. For the time being, lap 30. For the time being, it looks like the front 5 is single filed out. The first 2 wide race to action we got back here with Gary Sack looking the inside of Justin Miller. Tom Golker lurking just behind him. Here comes the 42. Justin Axon to the inside of the 77. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble there. I don't know from the 42 to the 77, but they give each other room, able to keep it going straight. There's a 9 just behind them in the Ethan Flanagan special. That's what we call his paint schemes. It's Golker and Atkinson's. That's not Atkinson. Wow, that is Brown. I'm so used to Atkinson being a 42 in this series. Back into the lead we go. That's William Peters in the lead. It's just behind them. I saw a little change in position. I think Banks had just gone collar he had, and here comes Van Westen looking to the inside of Gary Sack, trying to get that pass complete and trying to set up a pass on the 45 going into turn 1. No. Bull. Oh, it is 35. Daytona 30. Thanks, Matt. Look at this battle they got going on behind them. The 42 is 14 to 90 to 77. Still all fighting it out right now. William Peters has built up about a 7-10 second lead. Gotta wonder how much he's roasted those tires of getting up that far in the lead. 90 of May, sending it in turn 3. Almost goes up the track and collects 21 as we have yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow on track. Looks like the 20 of Danny Rogers possibly involved in something. Hopefully you can see it. Oh, there it is. That is the 2 of Darren Cannon. Looking to the inside of the 56 at Gueda, and looks like the 2 just overshot his corner entry going into turn number 3. See him sit behind the 23 of Chestnut. Yeah, the 2 just way overshot that entry. Watch up the track, got into 56. Heavy damage from both those drivers. I gotta see something. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. What's under replay? Oh, is it under replay? I'm still drawing all cars, and it still ain't working. What about it? That one? I don't know why I'm struggling to draw cars. Kind of frustrating. Anyways, William Peters opting to choose the outside line here for this restart. Works well for him. Alrighty, so Stein, Peterson leads back to green here. Mitch, let us single file it out a little bit and we'll ride along. Tell me you want to ride along with, though. I got you.
Green flag, green flag.
Okay, on the air, William Peters getting a good launch as well as Brady Price. I'm not too sure if they communicated that or not. I'll give him all back some low. Okay, give me a second. Brady Price got a decent launch. That's going to leave him and Kevin Stein side by side, rolling through 1 and 2, going down the backstretch. You got Brandon Banks looking inside of Chad Wiggins. Chad Wiggins was a good run on the outside. You can give Brady Price a little bit of a arrow draft there, help down the backstretch into turn number 2. Brady Price into P number 2. Here comes last week's winner, Sack Attack, Gary Sack, just outside the top 5 and 6.
The yellow flag is out.
As we got another yellow. Oh! 99 Tyler Forsh. Oh, he just came down on a 37. Oh, Tony! I don't know if Tony made it through that or not, but if he did, close call there. That's a 37 of Grindle. I don't know if I can really fault that on Grindle. I mean, he's running a little higher than maybe Tyler thought he would coming off the corner here, but I think definitely the 99 came down into the 37. Oh, yeah, he for sure did. And I think the 99 just figured the 37 would be a little bit lower. Unfortunately, he wasn't. They make contact right there, and 99 gets sent back up on the track. I hope our race tomorrow's not like this. Alrighty, one to go. Peters once again opting to shoot that outside line. Price going to line up on the inside. Alrighty, row 3 and 4 getting ready to go by Green Flag Racing with 17 to go in stage 1. Pace going down a pit lane. William Peters leads back to green here.
Green flag,
Green
green
flag
flag.
back out in the air. Brady Price is not going to get a launch at all. A little bit of tire spin maybe. That car got a little light on the rear wheels as here comes Chad Wiggins on the outside of that 32. Chad Wiggins did not get a good entrance into turn 1. Brady Price is going to be able to clear himself off the 12 and keep a hold of that second place position for now. Chad Wiggins is going to waste no time. He's going to dive to the inside at 3 and 4. Brady Price so going to hold him down towards the bottom off of turn number 3. Oh, Brady got loose, but there was a caution. He almost caused it right there. Man, that was close for Chad. Whoa! That's a big one. Justin May. Oh, he just slipped in front of the 45. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get... No, I don't like that one. So he slipped in front of the 45. 45 got in the back of him. He slides back up the track. It looks like Phillip Brown makes it through. The 5 of Gordon does not. He gets a good piece of it. The 8 of Penley gets a good shot. 77 of Golker. Schaefer involved as well. Looks like Crandall got him some of the action. A 94 of Marshall into the outside wall. Gets tagged in the right or left rear. The 38 of Gordon Spain involved as well. You see the 90s is spinning down the track. Here's the 13 of Clatter, but can he make it through? Does not look like it. No, he gets in the back of the 38. That's... Who all got meatballs from that? Surprisingly, no one. Oh, the big wreck. That sucks, Daniel. You just have that bad luck, dude. Oh no, Daniel. There is a reason. Last season, I started the phrase Kyle Busch luck because I swear I have. Now, at last Cup season, I caused my own bad luck. I screwed myself over more times than I can count. But 2 seasons ago in Xfinity, Matt was there for that. If there was a wreck, I was caught up in it. I had the absolute worst luck 2 seasons ago in Xfinity. It was pissing me the hell off. Like, I know the half of it. Like I said, I screwed myself over more times than I can count last season in Cup. But I learned some lessons. But 2 seasons ago in Xfinity, nope. If there was a wreck, I was involved in it. William Peters leads back to green. Chad Wiggins the inside. As I do not like this camera angle. Oh, because it's the blimp. That's why. Octopus. Oh, a little bit of trade and pain going into 1 and 2 between Wiggins and Stein. Brandon Banks been quietly sitting there in the top 5. Yeah, pretty much. Been quietly sitting outside the top 5 or in the top 5. That 54 Banks. Keep an eye on him. He's wanting a long run here. Hasn't quite got it yet. 21 of Van West is going to get a really solid 3 and 4. But here comes Justin Miller to the inside, all the way down to the grass in the tri-oval. 3 wide going into turn 1 for 5th. 3 wide as they're able to get down to 2 wide. Banks looks like he might have backed out of that. Hey, give me like 4 laps when we'll go on board and all back. Hopefully we can get green flag laps here. I'll get that on board and all back, trust me. Sack attacking the 9 going at it. Oh, Banks in the wall going into 1. Still fighting hard up here. And it's kind of the point where you're just trying to put hot laps in. There really is no long run strategy right now, as we've had so many cautions. Steiner, Polsted are falling back a little. You gotta wonder how much the damage on that back bumper is affecting right now. Gary Sack and Justin Miller, they're gonna send it 3 wide on 46. Contact between Sack and Miller going into turn 1. That was a sketchy situation for that 89 of Gary Sack. Almost sent the 40 or 14 for a ride. Then here comes the 14 Miller fighting back to the inside going into turn number 3. Justin Miller trying to make something work on the inside. Can't quite get it done. Coming across the line, 9 to go in stage 1. We'll go ahead and get the onboard here of Joseph Nalback. Currently riding a little bit further back, about mid-pack, running 20th right now. Just to give you an idea of the speeds they're carrying, if you take a look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, up to 180 miles an hour going into turn number 3 here at Chicagoland. William Peters is checked out from the field, a second in front of the number 12 of Wiggins, who's in second right now. Nothing happened, not yet. Well, there's some on-board action with the one and all back. Look for the back of the pack. William Peters, though, he has checked out from the field right now. 1.1 seconds is the gap. And look at this cluster of cars back here. Yeah, it'd be cool to see Peters win. Five to go here in stage number 1. And Banks, someone I thought would be up front leading this race. He has struggled to get out of 5th. The furthest we've seen him up is 5th place. Still trying to work to get a top 5 finish here in stage 1. But Gary Sack, surprisingly, running very well here at Chicagoland. Stein and Banks almost banging doors as they go through the trial into turn number 1. Looks like Banks might have finally had the advantage here coming off of turn number 2, but Stein going to have to run a corner exit right on the quarter panel as he comes off of turn number 2. A little bit of side drift action going into turn number 3. Brandon Banks looks like he might be able to finally clear that 46, and he does. As Stein look for the crossover. No, he can't. Doesn't have the speed to do it. A little bit further back, you got Justin Miller duking it out with a 9 of Justin Corrales. Here comes the 42, Philip Brown. Was involved in a wreck early in the race. I thought he had a lot of damage, but I guess not, as he is up here sitting P10, going to give him a good little bonus point. I can't say bonus point, but stage point. Oh, the 9 sends it into turn number 3. Gets it to Gary Sack. Sack trying to save it. He can't do it. He's going to go around. Kosh is going to fly. It'll be stage number 2 or 1 to complete as the 6 of Newbraw just slams into the back of the 9, causing some more damage to him. Gary Sack. I'll have to take a look at that left side of his car. I think Gary just might have got away with that. We take a look. We saw it happen. Well, what happened here with the 6 of Newbraw? Oh, he just know where he could go. That will end the first stage. That was within 5 laps. So William Peters, your stage number 1 winner. Jesus. Yeah, we can get a copy of that. No, he can see well. I'm just playing a little, I guess, post-rec driver here, or quarterback, whatever you want to call it. Watching this, I mean, so right here, he's still in the gas. If I were him, I would have been out of the gas right here. But he stays in the gas, and we'll play it till he... Yeah, he stays in the gas almost a whole corner before he gets out of it. I like New Brawl. I think that's just a little slow reaction time. Stayed in the gas a little longer than he should have. Tough right there for the 6. And Chad Wiggins comes out with a lead from pit lane. What happened? So there's a funny joke behind that. So when we went to Rockingham for the Xfinity race, every time a wreck would happen, my youngsters would go, "What happened? What happened?" We actually got a really good view of the restart, the second last restart. Yeah, I went to all 3. I won't lie, I'm probably never gonna go to ARCA race again. That was worse than any of the cup races I've been to, but the truck and the Xfinity race was an absolute blast. All right, no more.
Green flag.
Hopefully, no more cautions. But no more stage cautions as that first stage is complete. Chad Wiggins can take the lead here to start this final stage. A 95 lap run here to end the race. They can keep it green. It should be interesting. We'll see what these guys do for pit strategy. Is it a 2-stop or a 1-stop race from here? Or a 3-stop? I think it's just a 2-stop race. So we can keep it green. Brandon Banks, someone I've been talking about, kind of biting his time back there, but he's done biting his time. He's all the way up to second out of turn number 4. Brandon Banks looking to take the lead away from Chad Wiggins. Chad Wiggins looking for his first ever career victory here in Relentless. He's going to have to try to hold off Banks, and there is a lot of racing left to go. Here comes William Peters, going to get a little draft up from the 12, and he's going to follow the 54 into turn number 3. Actually, he's going to follow the 12. But he's going to get a really solid run off a corner exit. Look to the outside of Chad Wiggins as they go down the back or front stretch. It's just behind them. You got the 20 putting it 3 wide to 21 and 18. 2 of those guys were involved in a wreck earlier. Oh, 23 loose off of 1. How did he save that? 23 of Chestnut got loose coming off of turn number 2 and somehow kept it going the right direction as the 12 of Wiggins. He's coming down pit lane. Hold on, did he get a restart violation? No, what is Wiggins doing? Oh, hold on a second. Maybe... Did he get sent down there, maybe? No, he's just pitting. I'm not sure. I'm wondering why Wiggins pitted there. Craig, if this is a short pit, I don't know if I agree with that. That is way too short. No big hits. What the heck happened? All right, anyways, back to the race and we go. It is pretty interesting to see all these guys who are involved in wrecks early in the race able to fight back for some top 10 runs right now. When you look at 37 at Grendel, he is involved in one. 13 Clatterbuck got him a piece of a wreck. 77 with Golker, he was involved in a wreck earlier. Philip Brown in the 42 was involved in one. I want to say the 20 of Rogers was involved in the very first wreck. And all these guys have bounced back really good here for that final stage of Brady Price is going at it with the Van Weston. Van Weston chopping that nose off of the 32. Here comes the 42 of Philip Brown on the outside. Brendan Banks, your current leader. We're currently watching a battle back here just inside the top 10 between 6th and 10th. Van Weston looking the inside of Justin Miller for 4th. Brady Price with an aggressive dive down to the apron looking to the inside of Philip Brown for 6th. That outside line gets such a good run, though, but that's not where you want to run to save tires. Especially with the Xfinity car. It's not highly going to roast the tires that Van Weston sending it in into the inside of the 42. Really tight race and just outside of the podium. Ooh. Man, this is some tight racing back here. I think for the most part, they started single filing it out. Oops, wrong one. Looks like your first 2 wide actions will be back here with the 37 and the 32. Van Weston getting a little loose off on that bottom line. Brady Price linking out there a little bit. Think we have lost Brady. Oh no, he's back. Currently, Brandon Banks leading the way out here at front by a little over a 6/10 second gap over our stage 1 winner, William Peters. Danny Rogers coming up from the Xfinity Series, currently sitting P3. Oh, contact between him and Schaefer. Not sure what started that, but that almost... Wow. Oh, there is a wreck. So what happened between him and... I'm not sure what started that. Schaefer and Grendel get into it, and then Van Weston unfortunately involved as well. I am not sure who to fault on that one, really. Think if anything, I gotta fault Schaefer. It does look like Grendel drifted up a little bit off the track, and then you see just behind them, you see the 23 gets into the 21 here. Brady Price got a piece of it as well. I am not sure who the hell to fault there. That was just odd. Alright, well, I'm going to run an ad break. And we'll be right back.
SFH, still fucking here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you're a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm...
Yeah, that's what I'm stuffing my face right now. It's the same itch.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag back on the air. Banks leaves it back under green here on lap 52. Danny Rogers and Lynn Peters side by side as they enter turn number 1. Almost a 3. Turn number 1. Peters getting a good run on the outside. Justin Miller just behind them. And just behind them, you got the 32 of Brady Price. I thought he got some damage from that wreck. He might have got away with getting no damage. It looked like he did. We'll say this. Where the heck is Jacob at? I'm pretty sad I didn't notice he was missing until like 50 laps in, but I digress. Phil Brown looking to make a move on Brady Price. Able to get that pass complete. Is he still rubbing the wound from you not coaching him to a win last week because you're a bad coach? I'm sorry, it's your birthday. I should be nice to you. I'm sorry, Matt. Oh, I'm sorry. That crunch, though. 3 wide off a corner, number 2. I don't know. Oh, that's Pointer. That's the fake 20. Sean Pointer making his way up. He's got just in front of them Tom Gorker looking to the inside of Brady Price. Tight squeeze off of turn number 4. Got a good battle whoops going on up here in front, though. William Peters trying to keep up. Whoops. With the 54 at Brandon Banks. Peters going to look low going into 1 and 2, sending it really deep into 3 and 4, I should say. William Peters going to take back over that lead from the 54 at Brandon Banks. Here comes a 20 of Danny Rogers. One of the ARC guys from last season had some solid runs out there. Looking to get himself some points out here tonight. Yeah. You ain't wrong there. I will say this: I am pretty impressed with how loose these cars have gotten. With the last update, wow, Pointer in the 20. Did he just pit for tires? He did, okay. But he is hauling the mail. I am really surprised how these cars are. Dang it! How these cars are sticking to the track all the way down low with these dive bombs people are doing. Pointer with those fresh 4 Goodyear tires making a charge to the front. And maybe you should have screamed it louder, Matt. Maybe you weren't screaming loud enough. Hey, what's up, Scoots? Happy belated Easter to you too, my friend. My friend, my guy, my bro, whatever you want to call yourself. Here comes Pointer on the fresh 4 Goodyear tires. Going to try to make his way to the front. Has to check up there to stay out of William Peters. Yeah, and that's a good point, Justin, because if you're the 86, you got to realize contact between the 54 and the 86. 86 through the grass. Able to keep it going straight, though. That's going to allow Danny Rogers to get by. I want to say it almost looked like maybe Banks let up a little bit there. Let's watch Banks here. Because he shouldn't have lost that much speed from that contact. Yeah, he slammed on the brakes there. I think Banks... Can I fault that on Banks? Oh, yeah, that's definitely on Banks. See, Banks slammed on the brakes there, lost a couple spots. 86 of Peters, though. What a job that was. I mean... Oh, my! Wow! Well, Peter can have the hope for a yellow. Sean Pointer, your current leader. Yeah. I mean, they were 3 wide rolling through center, and then they were kind of staggered rolling out. Peters had cleared to 20, but I think Peters knew the 20 Pointer was going to have a run, so he was going to try to stay middle. And so Banks probably was hearing 2 wide, and so he was trying to drive up the track like they were 2 wide, and just didn't realize he was there. No, but I was about to say, before that happened, I was hoping Peters was realizing Pointer's on fresh tires, so there's no point in battling it out with Pointer. Yeah. And kudos to Banks, because Banks could have easily stayed in the gas. And I think maybe that's what really helped Peters not completely lose the car there, is once Peters got sideways, you saw Banks slam on the brakes. That really gave Peters, that really made it so he didn't push Peters in that left rear even more and spin him out even more. So, smart move there by Banks. Very respectable move there by Banks. Banks is fast. He should be able to recover. Hopefully Peters can recover a decent finish as if it stays green. Yeah, and the impressive thing with that is both those guys are involved in wrecks. I want to say they're both involved in the first wreck. A very solid run of those two guys. Same with the 38 in Spain. He got caught up in a wreck as well. Actually, still has. If we take a look here, he still has a little bit of that right rear damage, and he is running solid here in P7. This goes to show you when you're involved in a wreck, don't quit. Don't leave the session. You always rebound. And 3 of these guys in the top 10 were involved in a wreck, and they've rebounded really well. See Bank keep trying to look inside of Gordon Spain, but here comes the Gary Sack in the 89. So let's take a quick look on top 20 wise. Who maybe just came down pit lane. Of course, Pointer in the lead. He just recently came down. Spain, Sack, both those guys possibly on fresh tires. Let's take a look at the pit stop time. Ooh, Spain actually got some damage fixed. Gordon's just on fuel. A couple different strategies. You see the 274s and the 75 at the bottom for Hughes and Kinder. They probably just took right side tires. A lot of differing pit strategy here. Oh, the 42 Brown hard in the outside wall coming off of turn number 4. Doesn't look like that car has too much damage though. So looking for him, it might have been just a little kiss. Gary Sack definitely tires. He is charging to the front in a hurry, looking to the inside of Tom Coker in 77. And the biggest plus side of these guys is these guys have about 10 more laps of fuel, so they can really run a little bit longer than everybody else. And if a caution flies during green flag cycles, it can really flip the whole running order of this race. Gary Sack starting to make his way towards the front. Can Gary Sack go back to back? It looks like the 42 of Phillip Brown pitting this time. A very early pit entry for that 42. Kind of shocked he pulled off that early. It's going to cost him a lot of time under these green flag pit cycles. As a lot more drivers coming up pit lane. This time by Justin Miller came in as well. The green flag cycles have started. Pointer out to the lead. Daniel Rogers running P2. Like Daniel Rogers coming in this time by. He was going to move Gary Sack in a second. Gordon Spain and Golker get into it off of turn 4. And now is the time a yellow would change absolutely everything. Golker coming up pit lane. Like I said, these guys can stay out a little bit longer. Gary Sack getting on Darren Cannon. Darren Cannon, your first car a lap down, but he never pitted. I think he just scored a lap down from a wreck earlier. So if we do see a caution, he would be the lucky dog. What a break that would be for that number 2 machine of Darren Cannon. What a race, though. We went from having quite a few cautions stage 1. I think we've had one here in stage 2. But for the most part, they've kept it green this last 20-plus laps of this run. Sean Pointer out in the lead. Gary Sack running second. Ethan Collier sitting third. All these guys in the top 10 still have to come down pit lane. I think just one more time. This could be interesting because I think the guys who just came down, they're on a 2-pit strategy. I think these guys are just on a 1-pit strategy. And if that's the case, what a change of this is. You got Hughes and Van Westen going on it back here. Cladderbuck getting around him as well. Oh, my stuff broke. And the real kicker is if a caution comes out on the back end of these guys who just put underneath the last caution's fuel run, that could really screw up the race for some of these guys because they'll have 10 lap older tires and they have to stay out the other wave around. Currently, Gary Sack, though, in the captaincy as far as Xfinity drivers go. I am not 100% sure if an admin is in here and can correct me. If I'm not mistaken, the admin has to pull off the 2 to go. Now, I don't know if that is different if they're leading the race, they can stay out there and win it, or if they still have to come down pit lane and to park it and let one of the Xfinity guys win. I am not sure how that works. I do know way long ago, when I was still in ARCA, I won a Watkins Glen race, and Bobby, who was leading at the time, I was in a chat room with him, and if he was still leading the white flag, he was going to stay out. So I don't know if they've changed that rule to where they have to come up pit lane, or if they can stay out there and win the race. I'm not sure how that works now. But if they have to come down pit lane, that's going to mean Gary Sack might get 2 in a row here. Grendel come down pit lane this time by. So 35 or 38 laps was the longest distance we saw someone go early in the race. So these guys have about 8 laps left before we'll start seeing them come down pit lane. And it's just behind Gary Sack. That's our pole sitter of Kevin Stein. Just behind them, you got the 20 of Danny Rogers and the 54 of Brandon Banks. I want to say that is all for position. And it is. These 3 guys back here, it's all for position. And just in front of them, oh no, they just got around the 2 of Darren Cannon. So right now, Rogers would be the lucky dog. I don't know how to answer that, Michael. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't know how to answer that. I really don't. Gary Sack came up pit lane. Yes, me. I've always been kind of against it, but hey, I don't run the league. It's not mine, so I just let them do their thing. Pointer though leading the way. I don't know if he can make it 5 more laps. He might be able to. How many laps is he at right now? Oh no, he's coming down this time. Never mind. Alright. That kind of tells me everyone has to stop at least one more time. So, who's it going to hand the lead over to? Maybe Van Wessel coming in this time. I was going to hand the lead over to Danny Rogers in the 20. Danny Rogers can take over the lead here with just over 40 laps to go. 45 to go, I believe. No, I'm mistaken. Ethan Collier's still out there on track. Ethan's fitting in this time. So now they'll hand the lead over to Danny Rogers in the 20. With Rogers and Banks, they pulled a decent gap. And how about this? William Peters, after the incident with Brandon Banks recovering, he's just 5 seconds back from these guys. 5 seconds-ish. Oh, no, he's on. Wow, I was way off. He's 2 seconds back. 2.6. Brandon Banks looking to make a move on Danny Rogers down the backstretch, going into turn number 3. Banks to the inside, going to send it in to the inside all the way down to the line. He goes, going to fly up the track. Rogers does not have really the momentum. Look for a crossover here. Brandon Banks back to the lead here at Chicagoland. .45 of Collier is off track. What happened to him? Oh, he just lost to come off of pit lane. I know it's hard to see because iRacing being iRacing, but yeah. And now that Brandon Banks is out in that cleaner, he is just starting to drive away little by little from that number 20 of Danny Rogers. William Peters sitting back there in third, Short and Stein to round out your top 5. And once again, talking about drivers involved in wrecks, how about the 28 of Short? He was collected in a wreck earlier. He's gotten that car all fixed up, being pretty competitive here in 5th. Further back at Gary Sack making his way through the field on a little bit fresher tires than these guys, moving his way into 10th. A couple spots in front of him is going to be the 920 of Pointer. He's made his way up to 6th. But I just thought about this, and I will say this, Michael, if you're still here on YouTube. I mean, if you really think about it, it's no different than when Cup guys go down and race in trucks and Cup or Xfinity. There have been times they had caused wrecks or caused issues that wouldn't happen had they not been there. So it's really no different, if you ask me. But I've still been against it. Especially when the series go to the same tracks we're racing at Cup, and it's like they have that seat time in race seat time against drivers, figuring out lines that might or might not work. But it sucks it happened, but I mean, Peters rebounded pretty well. Currently running in 3rd. As far as lap time goes, take a look at that. Last time by, Peters was a little bit quicker than Banks. Actually, no, he was slower than Banks that last time by. Him and Rogers ran identical lap time, both of the 32-1. Here comes Pointer back to the front, or trying to get his way back to the front. Looking inside of Ethan Collier. He spun out coming up pit lane. That's not for position, but this 86 is, and easily making work of that 86 as Pointer goes back into third. Sean Pointer making quick work of these guys right now. With just over 35 laps to go here tonight at Chicagoland. At some point, he's going to catch these leaders. Same with Gary Sack. How many sets of tires he's going to get? 3. They have 3 extra sets. Oh, I just thought about this. These guys who are out there, Pointer and them, they're out of tires. Completely out, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Well, maybe Pointer might have a set left, but Gary Sack is definitely out of tires. So, as far as tires go, if we see a yellow, Gary, he's screwed. He don't got no sets left. Pointer might have 1 set left. I did see a 9.9 second stop. So that might have been just fuel or maybe damage. Or maybe rights. But Gary is all 14 second stop. So Gary's out of tires. How the hell does Gary have a set? One, two, three. That's 3 sets. 3 plus 1. They had 1 on their car, and he took 3 sets of tires. 1, 2. Yeah, he's out. Oh. So he didn't take tire. I don't know. What? Oh, screw off. Go away. I don't know. So he didn't take tires at stage break then? I mean, if you didn't take tires at stage break, that's a risky call. I mean, it could be a race winning call, but still interesting. All his pit times are saying he don't have a set left. Yeah, but that... Pull it back up. This first stop right here, that was stage. And it is never a smart decision to not take tires. Especially if it's the final stage break of the race, which you guys only have 1. So at the 1 stage break, it's not a smart call to not take tires, because then if it stays green, you're losing too much time. So it was what was it? A 14. Oh, where's he at? I don't know. Yeah, you're not wrong, Matt. Look, my tism's kicking in, alright? Just over 30 laps ago, or 20 laps ago. I'll be honest, though. If I'm Banks or Rogers, I would pit with like 25 to go. You can't risk running this tank dry. Actually, nothing I think about it. They gotta pit with like 25 to go. They do. They got pit like 4 laps. But I would still pit like 25 to go. Either this time by or next time by. Because it took Pointer quite a bit to catch him. And there's no way Pointer's making it on fuel. Yeah, so if I'm Banks or Rogers, I would pit this time or next time.
The yellow flag.
Oh! Nope, they're going to pit this time. We got a yellow. Well, that ruined everything. Chad Wiggins involved in a wreck. Oh, Stein just... Oof. That blew his engine? What the heck? That was Kevin Stein just sending it in there into turn number 3? 32? What was that? Turn 2. Turn 1. I mean, Wiggins is a lap car. I don't know if I can fault that on Stein. Just because Wiggins is a lap car. But I don't know. Does he really have time to check up there? I'm watching at real speed. I think I gotta put that more on Chad, to be honest. Oh, hold on a second. Let's find out if Gary has a set left. Let's watch Gary here. He does. What the heck? Okay. I'm confused. I'm confused. Anyways, Banks can come out the leader. Gain a spot over Sean Pointer there. Banks, Pointer, Rogers, Zach, Grindle, top 5 here with 25 to go. Can I not run my line? I'm not saying you can't, but I mean... Let's go on board. I just don't think Stein really had a chance to check up here. Or, like, get out of the gas or anything. I don't know. That's a hard call. Just... I don't know. That's a hard call. I would look at it differently if it was a lead lap car, but... I don't know. That's why I'm glad I don't got to deal with penalties, because that one's hard to call. Oh, Justin made his wreck under caution. What happened here? Oh, he just stopped and pulled it down pit lane. That's what happened. Okay. All right, Brandon Banks leads back to green. 24 to go here at Chicagoland.
Green flag.
For the Matt's birthday 195, Banks is a good launch. He's going to leave the 220s to go at it back here for second. Just behind them, we got the sack attack, Gary Sack and Alan Grindle Jr. going at it for fifth as the 20 Rogers. Really good 1 and 2. Going to be able to possibly clear Pointer, and he does. But he's going to stay down on that low line. Here comes Alan Grindle in the 37 machine. Brandon Banks, though, shutting the door on that number 20 machine of Danny Rogers. Here comes the 20 of Sean Pointer to the outside door, banging off of turn number 3. They go. Brandon Banks in the lead this lap here with 22 to go. Right now, I don't know how much tire saving you want to do. I would imagine you want to save just enough tires to have a little bit juice them at the end. And Banks leading the way. He has that clean air in front of him, working to his advantage as the 20 and 920 door bang yet again. Going into 3-pointer, gets a little loose on the high line in 3 and 4, able to collect it. But here comes the 37, Alan Grindle to the inside, down the front stretch through the trial hole. Alan Grindle trying to make the pass on that number 20 black, red, and white machine of Sean Pointer. Can't get it done. A little bit further back, you have last week's winner, Gary Sachs, trying to hold off Phillip Brown in the 38 of Gordon's Bane. This is for the battle for 8th right here. Kevin Biggs, another driver involved in a wreck, fighting back. Same as the 72 of Farnan. And the 8 of, Penley 15 last down, never mind. Phillip Brown trying to figure out where he wants to go here. He's going to try the outside line around the 89 of Gary Sack. Can't get it done. Maybe look for the crossover down the backstretch. No, he's going to stay tucked in behind that number 89 machine that's just in front of them. You got Kevin Biggs looking inside of that 72 of David Farnan. 20 laps to go, coming to 19 to go here at Chicagoland. Kevin Biggs going to steal that spot away for now. A little bit of contact made behind him. Kevin Biggs trying to work it out, hold these guys off, and gain a little bit of ground on the guys in front of him. Brandon Banks still your leader, with Pointer breathing down that bumper as they go into turn number 3. Pointer once again getting a little loose there, rolling through 3 and 4. Didn't lose a lot of ground on Banks. 18 to go this time by. Pointer keeps getting a little loose in 3 and 4. Brandon Banks got a really solid exit that time by, able to open up a little bit more of a gap to that fake 20, the false 20 of Pointer, as the real 20 of Danny Rogers is sitting just behind him in 3rd. Ooh, a little bit of contact with the outside wall for that 20 of Danny Rogers.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, caution is out. Back in the year, 8th caution of the night here for these Xfinity guys. Justin Miller in the 14 involved in this one. The 3 wide 8. Ooh. Like the come off of turn number 4. It looks like the 21 didn't realize they were 3 wide. Door bangs the living hell out of the 14. Gets him sideways. Trying to collect it. He's unable to. He's going to spin it out, come to a stop. Luckily, no one else hits him. Just a little bit of tire heat produced from those tires. And a couple spots lost there for the 14 of Justin Miller. like Pointer came down pit lane, so let these Xfinity guys race it out here in the final 12 laps. I think when we get back green flag racing, 12 to go. Alrighty, pace lights on that pace car, or pace lights. Lights on the pace car should turn off this time by, and they're lined up 2 by 2. Brandon Banks choosing a low line. Banks, Rogers, Grindle, Stewart. Short, Biggs, your top 5 here to restart the race with just 12 to go here in a lap. Alrighty, basically going to make that dive down pit lane. Banks, Rogers, front row here. 12 to go when they get that green flag out in the air. Back to racing we go here at Chicagoland. Banks with a really solid start to leave Grindle and Rogers side by side. But we have seen that highline and restarts really able to roll the top of the corner or the center of the corner really well. Get a run down the back stretches. Grindle goes sliding for the 20. Rogers looking for a crossover move down the back stretch. Now it's Rogers on the inside on the attack on the 37. Danny Rogers going to send it in a little bit deeper into the corner. Going to try to get a run off corner exit. He can't quite get it. Here comes Grindle with some momentum on the outside line. But Danny Rogers able to clear him. Now he's got the sight set on that 54, Brandon Banks. Alan Grindle kind of set in stone on running that outside line. And it is paying off as he's able to go door to door. Now bumper to bumper with the 20. Able to clear the 20 down the backstretch into turn number 3. Alan Grindle looking for his first win here in the Xfinity Series. And he is right there on that back bumper. Coming to 10 to go. Almost contact made with him and Danny Rogers. Danny Rogers looking to run that low line. Trying to get some momentum built up. Grindle on the outside, going to look for a run off corner exit. He's going to get it. Going to be able to clear Rogers yet again as they go down the backstretch into turn number 3. Now looking to the inside of Brandon Banks. Alan Grindle Jr. going to send it into the inside. Can he clear Banks? He does. Alan Grindle Jr. to the lead. Banks not able to get a run. Grindle leading with 9 to go. Alan Grindle, what? Oh, 3 and 4 that was there for the 37. Now he has that clean air starting to check out here a little bit from the 54th. They come out of turn number 2. Don't look now, though. Here comes the 18 of Kevin Biggs. Caught up in that wreck early in the race. Has rebounded to 3rd or 4th. Here comes Gary Sack as well. Can Gary Sack go back to back? 8 to go this time by. But it is all eyes on that 37 now, Alan Grindle, as he is in the captain seat. right now with 8 or 7.5 laps to go, and Brandon Banks really isn't able to close that gap on him. Question is, Banks, we didn't see him win till later on in the season, and he had a lot of bad luck, was able to get his luck shifted to the other side as the postseason, or the postseason started, the playoffs started. Grindle got a lot of fans in chat, a lot of guys rooting for that 37 here tonight. But Banks is starting to get a little bit of momentum now. Starting to close that gap to the 37s to go down the backstretch into turn number 3. Alan Grindle trying to hold off the 54 of Brandon Banks, one of the most winning drivers in the last couple seasons here in Xfinity. Banks not going to look high on Grindle, going to get a run through the tri-oval into turn number 1. But Banks going to stay low to the inside as they are really single filed out. First 5 cars back, the first 2 wide action we got is Gary Sack duking it out with the 38 of Gordon Spain. But Grindle, though, can he hold off Brandon Banks for 5 more laps? These front 2, they pulled about a half-second gap. Banks starting to close that gap, though. The closest Banks has been. Grindle going to slam the door, and Brandon Banks going into turn number 1. See the flames shooting out of the pipes. They are off throttle. Grindle, though, does not get a good turn 2 exit. And that's going to open up the door for the 54 Brandon Banks down the front stretch into turn number 3. Grindle got really greedy off of that corner exit out of turn 2. Did he use up all his stuff, or can he get a run here off the high line? Brandon Banks back to lead with 4 to go. Grindle had that clean air. Can he make something work with 4 laps to go here at Chicagoland? It looks like he might have used up them tires. He's starting to lose ground to the 54th. They go down the backstretch into turn number 3. Brandon Banks increasing that lead as they come out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Grindle, though, he is not giving up. He's trying that outside tag the wall there a little bit coming out of turn number 2. Mook, I don't think Banks is sweating. He is no stranger to leading a race here. 2 laps to go. Cross-sticks are out here at Chicagoland. Brandon Banks just wants to make it around and collect that white flag. He does not want to see a yellow right now. Grindle still trying to fight hard on the outside. Can't get nothing to work. Can Danny Rogers close the gap and get a P2 here tonight? The battle is now on for second as Banks is starting to pull away. 4/10 is the gap. Coming out of turn number 4, Brandon Banks going to collect the white flag here at Chicagoland. Banks leading the way. Grindle trying to hold on to a solid P2 finish here tonight as Roger going to try to make something work. But Grindle, though, starting to get a little bit more pep in his step as he comes out of turn number 2, able to gain a little bit of momentum on that number 20 of Danny Rogers. Battle goes on for a second. We'll go back to leader Brandon Banks. Going to go to victory lane early this season. No waiting for him to get locked in the playoff. Banks will lock his way into the playoff and wins here tonight, Chicagoland. Grindle's a solid P2 run, and Danny Rogers around at your podium finishers. Kevin Biggs and Joshua Short solid top 5 runs for them. And Gary Sack able to get a solid P6 follow-up from last week's win. Oof. Schaefer giving the teammate a little congratulations bump. Kaboom goes the engine. Yeah, Grindley did put on a good race. Alrighty. Well, let's kick it off with our race winner. You know, last season it was I wouldn't say a struggle, but it might have been a little stressful for you as you didn't get your win until we were down almost in the final stretch of the season. But you get the win here early on, take that stress off your plate on making the playoffs. Man, what a race that was for you! It's what a battle you and Grindle had at the end of that race.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. He dove that thing in really deep, and I didn't want to wreck him. He kind of started sweeping up the track a little bit, and I just kind of lifted and just hoping that he maybe burn off his stuff enough that I could get back to him. Luckily, I got back to him. It was a really good race, man. I mean, Danny and William and all them. I don't know exactly what happened with me and William earlier in the race. I don't know if we were three there or if he came down. I'm not sure. I need to go back and look at it, but if I got into him, I apologize. I don't know if I did or not. So
Yeah,
but yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
and talk about the incident with William. I said on the broadcast. I mean, it was a very smart and respectful thing you did. When you got into him, you just stay in the gas. You could see your car lose a lot of speed. You slammed on the brakes, and I think that's what really saved Williams from getting sent all the way around. Is you're able to break that contact in your car and his. You sacrificed a couple of spots, but I don't know if something you did out of respect. You're like, oh crap, I got into him, or if you're like, if I slam on the brakes here, I won't spin him out. But either way,
Yeah.
it was a smart move, and if you meant to do it, very respectful, man. You bounced back to win the race here tonight, so congrats on that. We'll let you get your shout outs and where the heck, man, this race is so damn good. I don't even look where you guys are going next week. Solid race.
Sure. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that
Richmond.
was.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
gosh.
gonna be a Schaefer track there, so you're ready for that one. But yeah, I did. I backed out of that, and I just tried to brake just to kind of minimize the damage on him. I wasn't sure. Like I said, I'm not sure if he came down, if we were three, if it was. I'm not 100% sure. I need to go back and look at it, but yeah, I was just trying to minimize the damage there. He had a really good car. Looks like he still came out with like a P7 or something. So
you were
luckily, at least didn't get anything bad there. But
you were three, and then you guys are kind of staggered coming off of four. I think your spotter might have said too wide because you guys were technically two, but he didn't want to go up in front of Pointer because he knew Pointer was gonna have to run on the outside with a fresher tire, so he just stayed middle, and you just came up like you guys are too wide.
yeah, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go back and look at it. If it feels on me, I apologize. But good race all in all, man. Like I said, yeah, definitely got that win a little bit earlier in the season than we did last season, so that makes it a little bit easier. And then I don't think I raced very good last week at Daytona, so good to get some points this week. Maybe a couple stage points here and there. So, but yeah, appreciate you for broadcasting. Appreciate Miller Motorsports sponsoring the league. Everybody, Tony, DBR for helping me out every week and having a killer team over here. But just everybody for coming out and watching us. Congrats to the other two guys. They put on a heck of a show. So thanks to everybody.
All right, man. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you guys.
Next, let's pull in a PT finisher. Oh, so close to getting that first win, man. It looks like you just heated those tires up a little too much, driving to the lead, but still a solid run for you here tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself. I consider myself a little more professional in the wheel, and when I got up front there, I got the nerves, dude, and Of course, I burnt my stuff up when I was on the outside of Banks, got past him. So my tires were on borrowed time, and I was trying to run as hard as I could, but that was a wrong move out there in the end. But still really happy with a P2, especially starting in the back. Started the day actually, power went out right before the race,
Oh
and
no.
I was forced to start there, and then midway through the race, I was being told that I was blinking. I mean, horrible for seconds at a time, and then that fixed up. So, I mean, I really dialed in with that car today. It looked really good. I want to give credit to Ethan for making this game. It looks really, really good. I'm very happy with it. And
Yeah, it's not the typical Ethan special.
it's not, you know. I told him the whole concept I wanted was Bowman's throwback. That was what I wanted, and he delivered it. I really like it. It looks good out there, especially at night. I don't know how it's gonna look during the day next week, but definitely want to give a shout out to tonight's my spotter for tonight. Actually, Richard. He did a really really good job. Really kept me clean out there as best he can, and yeah, definitely happy with the outcome today.
All right, man. Congrats on that. Good luck next week at Richmond. I'll let you get your shout outs in.
All right, yeah. Shout out to, of course, all my Mirage SRR teammates. They were definitely rooting me tonight in the stream there. I know Obaro was. I know Joe was. Really appreciate those guys. We're like family over here. We honestly stick out for each other, and we have really good fun race nights with each other. So I look forward to this, and I, of course, always want to thank you, Isaac. You take your time out of your day to, watch us go 130 laps, whether it's 4 straight cautions and 20 laps. Or,
I thought I was
really,
there for a long one. I was like, oh no.
I'm sorry, man. I saw it all. I was looking at all those wrecks, and I only think it's like Isaac's probably getting a beer ready or something for this. So I really appreciate you, man. You make this. You honestly make the league go around, and without you, it wouldn't be RRL. That's for sure.
All right, man. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right, next one, our P3 finisher, Danny Rogers. Solid run for you here tonight, man. I think had it stayed green, you and Banks might have been able to fight it out there at the end.
Oh.
But solid.
Hang on, Isaac. I can't hear you, Bubba.
Uh-oh.
Let me see here.
Let me see what's going on.
Hold on. Let me try to exit and come back in.
Okay. He can't come back in. You can't come in here. It's locked. Can you hear me? Hello?
Some reason I can't hear you in here, Isaac. But the podium one was working.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Got a copy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just having some technical difficulties with my Discord on my phone.
Well, man, you come across P3 here tonight. Like caution at the end. I don't know if you could have chased down Banks. He seemed to be the best guy in the long run, but definitely you had a solid P2 run going there. Lost a spot there in the restarts, but still a solid run for you here tonight, man. Early in your Xfinity Series career here at RL. So congrats on that, and I'll let you get your shout-outs in, dude, and good luck next week at Richmond.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Isaac. Yeah, real quick, I had an internet difficulty right when they were gridding.
Damn,
so I was supposed to start,
supposed
to start like 17th, and I had to start dead freaking last. So we drove it all the way up to the front, man. I was really, really happy with coming in the top 3 finish. But yeah, I want to give
Oh, lost him.
Sorry about that, Isaac.
Oh, good.
I just want to thank Tony and Relentless for the league for Xfinity. This is a really awesome league. I want to thank my team, High Side Velocity Racing. Really, really good effort for the team tonight. Justin was up front. He got caught speeding on pit road behind me. He could have had a solid top 3 as well.
Oh, that's right. He was up there for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I was like second. We were second and third for the longest before one of the. I think the second cycle of green flag pit stops.
Damn.
But overall, it was a really good race. Like I said, I had to come from dead last because we had an internet problem. I missed the start of the race, and so we picked and chose our way up there, avoided all the carnage and all the wrecks, and just glad to get up there in the top three finish.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week at Richmond, dude.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate it, Isaac.
No problem.
Cool.
Alrighty, so that'll be the Xfinity race here tonight from, I almost said Richmond. Richmond's next week. From Chicagoland, as Brandon Banks will get a win here early on this season, lock himself in the playoffs. Next week, these guys go to Richmond, but we still got a week full of racing action going on here in RL, starting continuing on tomorrow night. Truck Series going to Chicagoland, Cup Series going to Chicagoland Wednesday night, and to round off the week, ARCA Series continue their season at Las Vegas. First mile and a half track with these new ARCA cars should be interesting. See what happens there, what the racing's like. Thank y'all for tuning in. If I don't catch you guys next or Thursday for ARCA, y'all have a safe weekend.